So what we've got here is a data dump of 2 years of recently sold listings in my suburb. Each listing has its basic attributes like address, bedrooms, bathrooms, land size. I've left 4 empty columns here for what I want Handle to fill in, whether the bathrooms are renovated, whether the kitchen is renovated, whether the exterior looks modern, and a short comment on the property that I'll be able to consume at a glance instead of the agent's biased pitch. To the right here, we also have the image URL for all of the images in the listing, publicly reachable. Some properties have very few images, but some have over 30. And there are over 150 listings in this sheet. There was a bit of special magic required to get access to this data. If you want to know how I did that, you can message me. The job here is immense. Over 1,300 photos to go through. Let's try to get this done with Handle. In Slack, I'm going to use my general purpose handler, Gen2, with this short instruction, giving it the link to the Google Sheet and asking it to fill out all of the columns. You'll note that I'm not being too prescriptive here. I'm going to get it to work immediately, figuring out the right tool for the job. It's going to research the methods required in terms of API and capabilities before writing code to efficiently execute a task. Now, how can it do AI analysis using code, you might ask? And some of our secret sauce is that we can get LLMs to write code that call other LLMs. It's pretty meta, but extremely powerful, and it was pretty difficult to pull off, to be honest. When it's ready, I get a summary of the code it has written. I can't read my code myself very well, so having a quick summary of it is pretty good. And I can review it and hit approve on this. And then it's going to go do the analysis and reach back out to me when it wants some feedback. The good part of having it in Slack is that I get to do this while I work, and I know I don't have to supervise it because I'll just get pinged when it wants me to take a look at something. We can check out in the spreadsheet that it has filled out those first items as it said it did, which is exciting. And then going back to Slack, it's then going to give me a new thing to approve. But this time, I'm going to call out that it's going too slowly. I want it to go at full speed here and be a bit less methodical. This is some evidence we might have some tuning to do on getting it to be more aggressive with the parallelization, but this is a good example of how we can give it feedback mid tool call in Claude Code style, if you will. And then finally, it's going to give me something new to approve. And then it's going to later on notify me of the results. And it's going to be done in just a minute or so, which is kind of insane given how much data it has to go through. And there it is. And let's take a look at the spreadsheet that it has completed. We can see all of the data filled in. This is incredible. All 150 properties or so filled out. And even it's picked up instances of where photos were unavailable, so we can assess manually if needed. Let's just QA one listing to be sure. It says it has an old exterior, but a renovated kitchen, which is interesting. Sure enough, clicking on the first photo, we can see the exterior looks old. And if we keep going, there's the kitchen. It looks pretty modern. Awesome. Um, I'll be able to easily create some pivot tables out of this to understand correlations between the price of recently sold properties and whether their kitchen and bathrooms were renovated, etc. Or maybe in the next video, actually, I'll be able to show you how Handle can create those. Hope you enjoyed this demo. I'd love to hear your thoughts or feedback. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to give it a go, and I'll help you get set up.